I'm really nervous. I'm going to butcher this.
Well, you can just do it again if
I'm
you like.
actually nervous.
Okay.
Microphone. Whoops.
Welcome back to Between the Lines, brought to you by Odira. I'd like to acknowledge the tradition. Sorry, I can't do it. Welcome back to Between the Lines, brought to you by Odira. I'd like to welcome the traditional owners of the land on which...
That was you. That was Catherine. I was perfectly fine.
Welcome back to Between the Lines, brought to you by Odira. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of this.
Okay, I'm doing it. Here we go. Give me a crack. Welcome back to Between the Lines, brought to you by Odira. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of this land on which this podcast is made, the Yagara and Yurugabal people, and pay our respects to their elders past, present and emerging.
Ooh,
We've got a new co-host going on here.
How good did that sound?
You can introduce yourself as well.
Hey guys.
This is DD, Killer, Davo and Daddy Daks, a fan favourite.
Welcome to the podcast,
The crowd
Daks.
goes wild.
Woo!
Woohoo! She's had the privilege of introducing the podcast today. Kathy and I, we had the sillies at the start of the episode.
I reckon it's Dax's energy. It's the sillies. She's bringing it along today. We got the giggles.
No, I'm all starstruck.
Starstruck.
By yourself. You're the star here. Oh, God.
Well, I don't know. I've never been on I was only on the one back at the Gabba with when Batesy was doing it, and we never had a record or anything.
Yeah.
I think that the recording actually makes you a bit more anxious.
You're a bit nervous.
Yeah,
She's
I'm a
looking
bit more
good. She's looking good
nervous.
for
I
the
know,
listeners
let's
out
put
there.
the hat on.
Yeah, she's coming with pick the outfit, with a lot of thought today.
And here we go.
Lots of colour popping. Yeah.
Popping, yeah.
We were actually meant to have Dax on the week that we missed, and she was pretty bummed about it. And
I was devastated.
she thought
Yeah.
she was never going to get back on. So
I know.
We-
and
we-
then you
we
text
wanted-
me, and I was like, oh.
yeah, but
Dreams
look,
do come
we get our dreams come true. But how we feeling? How we doing? End of the home and away series.
Yeah. 10 rounds down.
Good to finish on a high. Good to finish on a high after a pretty,
For sure.
pretty
Really good.
swaying season. But
Yeah.
no, it was good to get that final win and progress into the finals in a pretty good spot for the double chance.
Literally. I feel like even just the vibe after a win, like all the girls are up and about for the
Yeah,
weekend as well.
Yeah.
Fifth quarter.
No one's sad.
You always feel better
No, it's
those
good.
next few days.
100%. And you always, recovery's always easier. And driving home's always easy. You know
Yeah,
that drive
it's
home
like-
after a loss and you're like,
Yeah.
everything's hurting.
And you just
Your body
debrief.
does.
Yeah.
You've
got to
play
debrief
everything in your mind.
And talk to everyone about it. On the
Yeah,
plane.
and everyone's or everyone messages you and you're like, yeah, I know. Like,
Yeah.
No one messages me after a loss
Really?
except mum.
Oh, really?
Oh,
And
dad,
that, but yeah.
dad debriefs, and I'm like,
Get the phone call.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, but I have to hear it.
You gotta
Oh,
cop it.
jeez. I've got a question for you, Kath.
yeah.
This was from Phil. He asked me to ask you. So,
okay.
we're all having our days off, just enjoying going to the beach. He's spotted you, Phil, one of our coaches. He spotted you at James Street
Yeah.
having a little ice cream and a little glass of Coke with Sophie.
We were having some fries, actually.
Fries,
at the lobby
sorry.
bar.
But he
And we spotted him having some ice cream.
he asked me to ask you if you like flat Coke.
Oh, yeah. I don't. I sent it back
Yeah. but
and
Phil-
asked for another one. You're probably paying $10 for
Honestly,
a Coke there.
Coke's like a treat in season. It's like, I might have a glass of Coke tonight,
And it was. And they weren't convinced. They were like, there must be a crack in it. It was a glass bottle. Like, it's flat. Like, look at it. It's not even, like, bubbling at all. Like Coke. Like,
Yeah,
when you open it, it should be bubbling. Like,
How did it get to that stage?
well, no, I don't know.
not too sure,
Well, we
Dad.
thought the kids probably don't go to the lobby bar, so maybe they haven't had to buy Coke in a fair while.
But Coke
Oh,
on
we weren't
James
having a
Street.
glass of wine there, so
Yeah.
we opted for the Coke.
instead,
So
no
yeah,
sugar.
just
Yeah, we
wanted to
got
ask you about
spotted
that
out.
one. Just,
We
yeah,
did,
caught,
yeah.
caught out.
Yeah, just people watching we were, and then he spotted us.
Honestly, he's people watching you,
Yeah.
listening to the convos.
Oh, so good.
But anyway, back to the game. How
Yeah.
good? We've finished well. First week of finals. What do you reckon
So
about
good.
the game, Dax?
I reckon it was fun to play. Like, I remember thinking, wow, this is so fun.
Yeah.
I'm looking around, everyone's good, having a good time, everyone's up and about, and I was
Yeah.
just like, this is footy at its finest. Like, obviously coming off St Kilda, that was just a hectic game as it was, but I think I was looking around and and actually felt good, like running. I was like, oh, I can actually make this. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm up and
energy.
about and
Yeah.
I'm winning. And I'm like, yes, like I can actually get to that contest or I can do that. And I'm looking around and everyone's on the same page. And it was just a good vibe all around. Even going into it, I was like, wow, like I don't think we're going to lose this game because the vibes were up. Everyone was on the same page.
Yep.
And it was just, and the fans were all involved.
Yep.
Having that, but out of Brighton, the 360 fans.
The fans are great.
It's so
amazing
good.
how much of a difference having fans around the outside actually makes.
Especially when you're going near the ball. Like, I don't know if you can hear the high-pitched squeals, but
they love it.
even I want to, like, squeal when you're going near the ball. I'm like, oh, Daks, what's she going to do?
The little girls, I hear them. I know I ignore them and I feel bad for it because I'm, like, focused on the game, but I hear everything.
You don't
that they
ignore
say.
the fans,
You
Daks.
definitely
No,
don't.
during the game.
You
turn around.
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, I was sitting on the bench for one of my rotations, and then we score a goal. I think it was, or was it maybe this game? No, it must have been 2 ago. And they're like, Daks, get off. And you turn around and Daks is like
To the crowd.
doing these. She didn't even kick the goal.
Waving, wanting them
Someone
to
kicked
hear.
the goal. Daks, get off. And she just got off, and that was
Couldn't hear.
so funny.
No, obviously I fire them up. But if I'm like standing there after a goal and like all the little girls like gotta,
Yeah.
but I'm like looking this way because the ball's at the middle.
Yeah.
I obviously don't go like turn around and
Yeah.
hi because obviously then I have to focus. But if we score a goal,
Yes.
then I'm like come
Come
on,
on.
Yeah.
No, I love it.
Yeah.
and they love it.
They definitely do. They
It's
love
funny,
you.
yeah. And you know what? There was another actually on then this weekend. I was on the bench again. God, no.
Jeez, Gabby.
God, it's
You
getting
learn a lot
warm.
sitting on the bench because I mean, when I'm on the field, I don't notice anything else. But sitting on the bench, and we must have been going the other direction because the crowd was a little bit more up the clubhouse end.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, we need Daks down near the crowd to get." It was a little bit quiet because it must have been, we hadn't, no one had sort of scored for a little while. And they were sort of making the joke, but it's sort of funny because we were like, oh,
It's true.
get Daks down there again.
With the coaching or the fans?
It might have been the physios. I can't remember. I don't know, someone on that end. Maybe it was Doc. I don't know.
Get Daks.
So you need Daks. Get Daks into the crowd.
She needs to like MC at quarter time and just
I
get him
know.
going.
Oh, God.
Crowd control.
Anyway.
Well, I focus on everything but what they're saying.
No.
Like all the outside noise, I'm just like, whoa. And I'm like, focus, Daks.
But the game, there was a lot in that game. Like, obviously, that was the grand final rematch from last year. So it's been almost a year since we've been able to, go back against them and play them and finally sort of, I guess, move past that a little bit.
Yeah, there was a lot of that
And for
spoken
them
about
as well,
before.
like
Yeah.
both ways you could feel it. They really wanted to, show their dominance as well. They've had a great season. And I guess we also wanted to prove that, we're a great team as well. So that, it got a little bit feisty throughout it and, there was some pretty good battles going on.
For sure. I think it was some of the best footy we played as well. Like we had some really great passages. And I think like on the back of what you said, Daks, like that comes from having fun. Like last week at Saints, we were not having fun at all whatsoever.
Couldn't think of anything worse.
It was not a fun game. And then we go the complete opposite this week and have the best game.
Yeah,
And,
I just think everyone really contributed. Everyone came to the party.
Yeah,
Everyone brought a little snack to the party and showed up, and it was just unreal, eh? Everyone
sure.
did something good. And I remember thinking, wow, who am I going to vote for Sister of the Week this week?
Yeah.
Did anyone stand out to you though? Like I do think it was a good team game, which is something we love at the Lions, but anyone for you, Daks?
Obviously, the stats show, Jade Ellinger, Bree Conan, but I actually voted for Jen Dunn. Eden Zanker's on a bit of a warpath with all her goals she's scoring and stuff, and an absolute pivotal to their forward line. So I think Jen Dunn, just to keep her to 4 or 5 touches and 0 goals.
0 goals. Huge.
So that's a great effort from her, especially five, 6 or 7 games in.
So good.
So that's clutch right there.
That was amazing.
Looking back on the game now, like I was like, obviously, the stats show something, but with our team, I reckon Jen really stood up there in that game.
Definitely.
Agreed, I like that.
Yeah, I thought Hodder as well was another one that she just brought so much pressure and rolled from the forward into the midfield, and she was just hunting all day long.
How many tackles did she? She got
She got 18 apparently. Craig
18
said.
tackles.
She
What was on the
woman
stat
on a
sheet?
mission.
She was going.
She sees red, eh?
Go.
She was on a mission, as well as Ruby coming back, obviously.
Yeah,
Huge.
that was
so
good.
good.
Huge
Ruby.
ups for Rube. She had a bit of a rough time with her injury, but coming back hot, getting that clutch goal with the passage we played. So
Yeah.
I think that boosted her confidence, and then obviously going and holding the ball and kicking her goal. So
Yeah, that
good
was
on
awesome.
her. But that's deadly.
Yeah, so good.
I think even Bree Conan as well, you touched on it too. The intercepting queen.
She's back.
She can play middle, she can play back.
Put her anywhere.
She might play forward, who knows, but
And she did have a shot.
oh yeah. I was laughing at dinner last night because Craig at the end, he's like, who had a set shot? And we were just talking about that, and then Bree puts her hand up and I'm like, oh, I remember watching it because she had one from there not a few weeks ago and sprayed it. And I'm like, oh, nah, she's got this. She would have been practicing these. She would have been practicing. And then I'm like, nope, got to go set up. Got to go set up. We're going to get back out.
To that one.
No, I trust her. I was like, yeah, have a shot, Breeze. It'll take you 30. Give the middies a break.
Also,
right, reset.
Your mark, 1 on 3.
3 on 1, yeah.
3 on 1.
Just another classic.
Yeah. No, that was great. Just love doing that stuff. Eh?
Yeah.
When it falls in your arms, actually, like it's a big, just like, like so relief. I'm like, oh my God, caught it. Like,
That's
and you
what's
hear all
going
the-
through her mind.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I caught it.
and all the girls like, and like, a few words, but can't say them on here.
Oh God.
But just like, it's sort of like a relief.
Yeah,
At the end,
absolutely.
I'm like,
It's a
oh my
relief for
God,
everyone.
I've done it.
Yep.
Anyway, kick it. I'm like, should I rip the leather off it or should I just poke it through? I didn't know what to do. I was in two
What
minds.
did you do?
I mid-poked it, but then it just went over Gillard's head. I was like,
Oh my gosh.
Nothing more.
I was like, God, she's taller than I thought.
She is tall, but
No, but it was good. It was a good little shift of momentum too. I could feel them starting to get, I think they got 4 goals in that second quarter. So to be able to shift that momentum back to our terms is always a good call from me.
From you. Thanks, Daks. Good from you to just shift that momentum yourself.
Girls,
just called it in.
leave it with me.
It's 3-1 down here in the forward line and put it straight into my hands.
Oh my God, I marked it.
Queen. Anyways, we're moving on. We're into
Moving
the
on.
qualifying
Finals.
final.
Yes.
Finals,
Finals
baby.
week. We're up and about, clearly.
We are, we're feeling great about this. But we're playing down at Norwood in Adelaide.
Versing Adelaide.
Versing Adelaide in the Arbo. Well, obviously we versed them not too many weeks ago. That was another good game by us and by them as well. It was a really close one. So they're in great form too. It's going to be a pretty hot contest.
They definitely play so similar to us,
Yeah.
like high pressure, run, which is good. And I think, we love having a battle against them, but we know it's going to be hot for sure.
They rested a few players last week.
Yeah.
How do you think about that?
I thought it was pretty cute
Cruising.
how they went to watch Erin.
That is nice.
That was
yeah.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
they're
sweet.
all old, very first old teammates of Aaron. So that was
You
always
said they're all old and I was
They're
like,
gonna get
whoa,
a rest.
whoa,
like
whoa.
the old
Yeah.
teammates.
Yeah.
First old, oh God.
Just have a breath.
No, they're just.
It was nice.
Yeah.
Nice gesture by them.
I don't know.
You're right.
That's enough.
No, it's interesting because I feel like you have a week off and it could go either way. It's like, oh, I'm a bit rusty, or you need
Yeah,
a rest.
that's
And
true.
you felt good after your weekend.
I felt great. So maybe we better be on point for this
On
week.
our toes.
A few of them coming back in. But with finals, I don't know, it's a different ball game.
It is.
There's so much more on the line. Everyone is just there to win. Like everyone's had a really good season in that sort of top 8. Even for those sort of bottom 4, they've, it's new for them and a lot of them are just really wanting to prove a point. So
I think even this year shows that anything can happen. Like no one can be underestimated. And I think it's who plays well on the day and who's on. So if we can bring what we brought last week, I'd be scared if I was not in a Brisbane Lions jumper.
I would be scared.
Oh,
Now, just before we go to the ad break,
ads.
I have an announcement. Like you got Daks.
Cassie's got an announcement.
An announcement.
We don't even need the buttons. We just get Daks.
Introducing.
All right, we have a nomination. A nomination. So, Belle, you have been nominated in the squad for the 22 under 22 this season.
Oh my gosh.
How
You're
good.
only 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
22.
Lord.
Holy.
Oh,
We need a week off.
cute.
Yeah.
is
You've had an
great.
amazing season,
You know what?
Belle.
Very much.
Very good.
Very much. What's the word?
Just she's amazing.
Beautiful.
She's beautiful.
Very much.
Now, there's a key thing to this. So this is the squad, and then there's a week, and then the team gets announced. So
Okay.
the team is decided by the fans.
Oi.
So the fans will vote on the squad. They can find the link on our website. So we want to make sure you guys show your support for Belle. She's had an amazing season. She's leveling up her game. We want to have that representation. Brisbane, we want to see them in the team. So everyone,
Get the fingers.
check the link below and vote for Belle.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Kathy.
Deserved.
Well
Oh, stop
deserved.
it.
That's the word.
Oh, I'm
That's it.
shy. I'm getting shy girl now. No, that's really
Shy
awesome.
girl.
We love that. Well,
well deserved.
after the break, we've got a few more things to chat to Daxie about.
And you're going to want to stick around
Yeah.
because if you want to listen to any guest, it's this one.
It's this one.
Love everyone else, but Daxie, let's go.
That is so cute. To the end.
Hey, Lions fans, we've got some exciting news to share with you today.
Our official Healthy Hearing partner, Audira, is offering Lions fans 20% off all their products.
These headphones are a total game changer. Listening to music or even our podcast is crystal clear with the sound that's tailored to your unique hearing profile.
You can even watch the TV with the volume at the perfect level for you.
Tune into the game and hear the mighty Lions roar like you're right there with us in the stadium.
So, Brisbane Lion members, visit our members benefits page to claim your exclusive 20% off discount on any Audira product.
Join the club today and feel connected with Audira. Dax, do you know what part of the day it is?
It's about 12:30 and it's lunchtime.
Yes, and it's starter pack time.
Oh, starter pack.
Yeah. Do you remember your starter pack from last year?
Yeah.
Don't say it if you do. Okay.
Yes, I do.
Well, it could be
I
similar.
actually think
Has
about
it
it all
changed?
the
You think about
time.
it all the time.
Because it's probably going to be the same as what we
I think
say.
it is the same.
Let's
Right.
start.
Let's start.
Black t-shirt.
Black pants, black shoes, black hat. Exhibit A. Woo! All right.
Is that what you think about every day? Because it's everything you put on.
My wardrobe, you wouldn't believe it.
Remember when you wore a coloured shirt to train? It was like a what was it?
was
Like
like
a beige,
cream,
yeah.
beigey, and all the girls
Everyone
dropped-
complimented her.
Dropped at my feet.
It looked dropped at her feet. She reckons.
I've never had so many compliments from the girls. It was
But yeah,
crazy.
they did notice it.
You
You
mix
should
it up.
give it a go.
Yeah, it makes me look tanner.
Dana.
Not
tan.
smarter though.
And the next one is so that was a ding. The next one, short back and sides.
Yeah.
Get it out. Woo!
Let's have a look.
I love it.
You had a fresh cut last night.
You were nearly getting the mullet coming out the other day.
Yeah.
It was really long at the back.
Yeah. I'm growing the mullet.
The next one is the chalky milk.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think you've strayed away from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have chocolate milk every day. And I have a chocolate milk tattoo.
I remember when we went on the away trip and you got stuck in the elevator with a few of the girls. Do you remember that?
That was traumatizing.
And then I was like, oh, see ya, I'm going to get coffee. And then someone goes, can you get us coffee? And I'm like, okay. And it was like 5 coffee orders. And then Dax chucks in like, they're all different, you know, like vanilla ice latte, this, lactose free, but if not this. And I'm like, no, I'm already off
Too
it.
much.
Do you know what I mean? And then Dax goes, iced chocolate. And I'm like, are you kidding? Iced chocolate.
It's like a child. Like if I was to go out, I'd be like, oh, do you want to go out to coffee? And like, yeah. And then I don't even get the coffee. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
It's
It's
I
a
just-
what, $6 for an iced chocolate.
right? Milk and chocolate. And I go, no cream or ice cream. I'm watching my waist.
The next one, we were trying to think of some quotes you say because I feel like you just throw a lot
You
of
just
chat.
bang the table.
Thanks. See, throws a lot of chat. And one that I really like, you always go, oh, you get better looking every time I see you. But you say it to everyone.
I know.
But it makes me feel so nice. I'm like, stop. And then you say it to all the girls. You probably said it to Craig.
Yeah, pretty much everyone in the office.
Is that your go-to?
Yeah, I just think people like compliments.
They do.
And you just got to dish them out. But yeah, definitely say that one on the regular. Can I
Speaking
add
of-
something to my starter pack?
You can
Oh, yeah,
totally
go.
add something.
Oh my God.
You guys forgot the lanyard.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
true.
You do
love
have
that
the
noise.
lanyard
I love
still,
that
yeah.
noise.
It's not hanging around your neck, but
It never hangs around my neck.
Oh,
It always
just
hangs
sad.
out the pocket.
I might chuck a nice one in there too while we're on the Dax
Go
train.
on.
Dax would be the kind of person to give you the shirt off her back.
oh, I've got a good story about that
She
one.
literally gave me a jumper yesterday and I was freezing.
Earlier in the pre-season, so I was driving home. It was like 9:30, late training.
Oh, yeah.
And this was just before our 4-day break, so we're like, thank God, we had a few days off.
Yeah.
It was a late one. Driving home, not many people are left at the car park. I think it was like Dax, Sophie and Jay were chatting. And
That was it.
That was it.
Maybe Craig.
Driving, get on the Springers freeway, and then the petrol light's on, and then the car starts to slow down.
This is my worst nightmare.
And there's actually not much space. There's like a meter between
it's
the barricade
just a car
and then
if you
2
wanna
lanes, and they
scrape
are
the window.
flying. And my car's stopping, and I'm like, no, like just trying to
Were
rev
you
it.
saying
surely.
that out loud?
Yeah, I was like, this is not happening. Like you're kidding. And then it pulls
Few other
over,
words.
and then I was like, no, what am I gonna do here? Like, and it's so late, so tired. I forgot about the petrol, and so I ran out of petrol.
Oh my God.
Like don't think I've ever done that. And this was like a few months ago. Anyway, try calling Soph. She's obviously in deep chats with Jade. They're probably getting me there for another hour. She's not answering. Try calling Ruby. She's probably already home. No one's, and then cars are flying past. Get a call. Daks calls. And I was like, answer.
Yeah.
She's like, are you all right? And I was like, no, I've run out of petrol. I'm like, what do I do? I've run out of petrol. She's like, I'm coming. Stay there.
The hero voice.
Just stay put. Stay in your car.
I'll be back.
I'll be back.
I have had to chuck a U-turn on a 100 kilometre an hour highway, slowing down. Like, I missed one exit. I'm like, oh, that's all right, next one. Oh, God. And then
Got to save Kathy.
I got to save Kathy. I go, be at the fuel station. And I went and got her fuel and pumped it in.
Aww,
Big hero I am. And Sophie pulls up. She's all razzle-dazzle. She's
like, oh, this is fine. I'm like, get off the side of the road.
Sorry.
Cars are flying.
Ew, I don't want to touch the petrol. Look at my clothes.
Venro.
I'm like, move over, Soph. And off she went.
Day.
And you see Kathy. In a little car.
We're good to go.
So funny. But yeah.
So
Because I recognised Catherine's car. It has a little
dent.
dent on the back right corner.
There you go.
And I'm like, oh my God, it's Catherine. And then I'm like, are you all right? So I called her. I was like, are you all right?
Thank you.
And then
that was
you saved the day.
you were just straight to it. No second thought. She's helping hand whenever you need it.
Easy.
I love that from Daks.
That's her starter pack. You happy with that?
Oh, is that
That's
just
great.
a starter pack?
This is just the beginning, Daks. We're about to roll into some more of you, which is exciting. We thought we'd start because there's actually been a little bit of controversy. Is that controversy?
Yeah, that's the one.
In the media lately, about you.
Yes.
You're dancing. Some people loving it. Some people hating it. I know us as a club, we love it. We know you're doing that when you're on and that's just you. But, yeah, do you want to... How does that affect you, I guess? Do you want to talk about that a little bit more?
Yeah, obviously you're not going to please everyone in the world, but as long as you're being who you are, then there's not much else you can really do. Yeah, obviously you cop a bit. Everyone has their opinion and everyone's a big dog on social media, but I know around the four walls of this club I get a lot of support and that's all that I really care about and if I can do something good for the team, then obviously I'm going to do something good for the team. But yeah, you definitely cop a bit of slack, but it doesn't affect me.
It doesn't.
I've copped it a lot now in my career. I'm a colourful character, and I know I'm a bit of a colourful character of the game. But look, everyone, like I said, you're not going to please everyone.
Yeah,
so
it's a good mindset
everyone's a big dog behind a screen. But as long as you can put your money where your mouth is and perform on game day, then I don't see the harm in showing a bit of character.
The fans love it. We love it.
Yeah, the Lions fans get around it. Obviously, every other fan hates it, but that's fine. They got to support their club.
Yeah, well, that's true. The other thing, sorry.
Oh,
okay.
I was going to say, has it ever affected you though? Any of the talk or, I guess, the trolls?
Yes and no. Sometimes it gets a bit repetitive.
Yeah.
I've heard it all before, the boy comment, is that a boy playing? Why is there a boy in the women's league? And I'm just like, come on, mate, I've got everything of a woman, I've just got short hair.
Yeah.
I've probably got bigger boobs than half the team.
Yeah, she does.
But,
very true.
But like I said, I got a lot of support. I get a lot of support from the girls. I get a lot of support from Craig. Everyone always checks in, but I got thick skin. I've grown up being like that, and I wouldn't change anything about who I am and how I go about my footy, but it gets repetitive sometimes. It gets a bit annoying. You're just like, come on, mate, that's enough.
The other thing around this sort of stuff, the controversy stuff is all the trash talk. So on a little bit of a lighter note, in the middle, there's just not that, I don't know, Belle, I don't know whether
It's too heated.
It's too much going on. There's just no time for talking.
Yeah.
It's just, you've got to
gotta
get the
your
comms
breath.
out.
Yeah.
There's no time for trash talk. But apparently in the forward and the back line, there's plenty of time.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, maybe you just love doing it. But that's always you hear the little things at the end of the game. You're like, oh, God, this was happening.
Or you watch it back and you see Daks pointing at someone and their mouths are moving a million miles a minute.
A few smiles, a bit of a cheeky.
What are they saying? So
it's always funny hearing, because that's the time where they might be, I guess the balls might not be there or they're going for a goal or, so yeah, what How do you find that? They asked you
You're
about it.
known for a bit of a trash
I
talker.
do love a bit of chat. It just makes for an interesting game, I think.
And mind you, there's quite a few other players, not just in our
Getting
team.
involved?
Yeah.
I love it. I'm like,
you
come
know,
on, hit me. What
I
have you
hear
got?
about it from like the other team. What are they
Yeah.
like? You know, what do they say to you guys? And then
Yeah.
so it's not just you, but
No, but like you said, I remember on the field you were just like, I don't know how you have time for trash talk. I'm just trying to catch my breath. And I'm like, don't worry, Kathy, I'll do it for you. But it all just pans out, I guess.
Yeah.
And obviously everyone's so passionate about the game
Yeah.
and then, yeah, it just all boils over. But I just say some funny things. I like ask them for their cafe recommendations in Melbourne. Like, did you get your hair done? It looks great this week. Like,
Do you start it
Just
or
distracting.
are you just like coming back at them?
well, I think now I have obviously a bit of a name for myself. I get up in the field and the first thing I get is a punch to the ribs. Like,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
just like, bang, you know, like I'm here. And I'm like, oh, here we go. Like, it's going to be a
Yeah.
long game. But then I'm like, how can I get it back on my terms? So then I just talk to her. I just have a little chin wag and just see what she's about. And usually that gets them off more than like being physical because
Yeah.
they're like, it's mental now. Like
Yeah.
if you're just like, boom, 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 like I just feel like that doesn't do anything. But if you're actually like in their head and talking to them, they're just like a bit like, hang on a minute. Like,
What is she saying? Even when I go forward,
distracting.
when I go forward to rest,
to rest?
the best place to rest up there.
The bench is where Catherine's resting.
oh, what am I saying? When I'm there, you say stuff and I'll just kind of like giggle because usually I'm like in the zone,
Yeah.
in the middle. But I just turn
Yeah.
around, I'm like, did she just say that?
Yeah, like you can't be mean. It can't
Yeah.
be a mean thing. It needs to
Yeah.
be like a
Yeah.
thought-provoking,
Yeah.
funny little, hang on a minute.
He's trying to get them off their
Yeah.
train of thought. Yeah.
I'll come and like bump Dax's player because I'll be getting into her like to protect him. And she's like, it's all good, Belle. It's all part of the plan. I'm like, okay, like you're fine.
We're in Daks world down there.
It all just comes up in that, and I'm just like, I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't even know half the time, but some of it's funny.
It
and
is,
then
yeah.
some of it gets me in trouble, but that's all right.
I remember this one at GWS and you were having a bit of chat with someone on that team who also likes to throw a bit of chat. If you play AFLW, you're going to know who it is. And they've just kept going. You guys have been going at it all day. And then someone's going for a goal. I think it's Courtney Hodder. She's gone for a set shot. And she goes, and as the ball's in flight, it's literally like in slow-mo. Dax starts celebrating. She's like, and that's how you effing kick a goal. And then it misses. And then everyone just starts laughing. Like even who she's like having the banter with just starts laughing. And it was just the funniest moment.
That is so
Yeah, no, I was a
And it
bit,
missed.
I was a bit worried. Again, happened on the weekend with Courtney Hodder on that
Yeah.
second half
that's right.
goal. Oh, my microphone's stuck.
Oh, sorry,
on
that's
that.
me.
I was like, hang on a minute, I'm going down. I absolutely, obviously Courtney got hold in the ball, so I, fed whoever got hold in the ball, as you would. And then I was like, absolutely running my mouth. I'm like, girls, watch this is going in. Like, stay there, I'm going to jump on your back if it doesn't go in. Like, that sort of rubbish. And then it misses, and I've just run away with my head down. And I was just like, oh,
Get
Tail
out.
between her legs.
I'm just
Evacuate,
head down,
evacuate.
evacuate. And then I'm like, but if that would have gone in, I reckon it would have been a brawl.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
100%.
It was heated. That was going into
Oh, I love
halftime.
it. That's going to be finals footy.
How good.
But I remember being like, if this goes in, girls, stay there, mate. I'll jump on your head if you just stay there for a minute.
Oh, God.
So, like you said, key position. You're down there. You're usually in the zone, trying to hearing the fans but not hearing them. How would you say you go with like the key position mental battles? Because I
Yeah.
feel like there's not a lot of pressure, but you're a key forward,
Yeah.
having a really great season. Do you have any battles or like struggles?
I always feel the pressure. I definitely feel like I've got a key role to play within the team now. But I always reach out to Craig. I always reach out to Phil. And I go, Phil, these are most likely the suspects that are going to play on me this week. How do I navigate that? Or how do I, go about taking them on? And they always just say, rah, 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 rah. But my favourite thing is footy is literally 99% running and 1% having the ball in your hands, especially for me, because I'd get probably between 5 and 10 touches a game. So the most things I can do is my mouth.
She's running her mouth. The 99% running.
Run 99% running my mouth. So I've taken more of like that leadership hat on, and I like to obviously use my voice to set up that forward line and see what's going on and make that role more about us as a gig. Obviously, I've got a key role, but I know what to do in that instance, and it's what else I can do now to help the players around me be better footballers. So where if it's set up or you do this or come here or let's do that or whatever it is. But yeah, I love the pressure. I thrive under the pressure. I always excited who comes on me and I go, oh, you've been thinking about me all week, haven't you? Like stuff like that. So that's another bit of chat that I throw.
Love.
But
take notes.
But no, I just like
good.
getting myself in the game, getting a few touches, a few tackles, and setting up my players to be better footballers.
love
God,
that.
we're playing footsies under this table,
Sorry,
girls.
guys.
So my ADHD's like.
Speaking of,
Yes.
I don't know whether you want to touch on that or like your journey with ADHD and just navigating that a little bit and playing elite sport and managing a lot of things. Like, is that something that I guess, you've had to work through in the last few years, or is it something you've sort of always known about? Or
so I've been diagnosed with ADHD in the last few months. I've always felt like I've had it. But obviously growing up one of 4 kids, everyone just sort of, you would know coming from a big family, everyone just sort of blends. Like no one really stands out. So I was just an outgoing kid. I always used to be outside, have my imagination run free, always be busy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you would have watched this whole podcast, but I've been fidgeting this whole time.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed, but like
slapping anything in the legs.
like I can't sit still and it's been tough, like through school and stuff was definitely one of my hardest times.
Mm-hmm.
I always just thought Mum always just sort of pushed it under the rug, but I pretty much almost failed school just because I couldn't concentrate for more than literally 5 seconds. So school was tough, just made it through school, wasn't very studious. But now that it's come to footy, I wanted to get a little bit more on top of it with like medication and stuff like that because we go into meetings and I'm like, I need to be a better footballer. How can I be a better footballer? I need to be able to concentrate in meetings because I get into meetings and you got about 6 minutes in and I'm just like, ding, and I'm looking around and I'm touching this and I'm looking over there and no, it's been challenging. It definitely challenges you in relationships. Like I like with the forgetfulness and sometimes communication's a bit off and fidgeting and restlessness and all that sort of stuff. But, it's just something I've come to terms with now. And I go into schools, actually. It's so cute. I go and visit this little school because my friend works there. And all the little kids, I always say, like, oh, let's go outside. I got to run this ADHD off. And they all look at me and they go, you got ADHD? Yeah. And I'm like, yeah. And they go, you're an athlete and you have ADHD? And I go, yeah. And he goes, I didn't think someone so cool could have like ADHD. I'm like, yeah, like it's very prominent. Like it just happens. Like, oh my gosh, like I thought I was so weird because I had ADHD, but you're obviously cool and you have ADHD, so it's just cool.
Aww.
And I'm like, yeah, no. So I tell kids now every day when I go to schools, like, I grew up in school with all these little mental problems and mental battles, but I'm getting it under control now, and yeah.
It is cool that I think that I guess you can sort of return in getting that stigma, just being open about it, and that also helps everyone else around you too, and we can support
and understand. I remember when you opened up to us as a group and just explained it, and I feel like it was an emotional chat that we all had, and I think everyone just kind of understood you a little bit better, and because you can just come across as misunderstood, I guess sometimes. But
I think we did have a misunderstanding in the group and how I said something because I'm very. From here to here, there's not much.
There's not much goes on. There's no filter,
there's
guys.
No blockage there. Straight stream.
There's no filter. So I obviously said something and someone took it the wrong way, and I was just like, everything I say, I 99% of the time I don't mean it, or it just comes out and I just. But obviously now we've had that chat as a group, and everyone understands where I'm coming from now, and realizing that's the way my brain sort of ticks. But I have really high highs, and then I get home and I'm like low, and I'm in my safe space when I'm at home, and everyone's like, everyone who's lived with me are just like, I can't believe you're that like two different people. Like when I'm around people, obviously I feel the energy, and then it like gets me really buzzed, and then when I get home I'm like, little hermit crab like in my room, and I'm like,
You recharge.
I need to
you
reset.
gotta,
I had way too much. What's the word?
Energy's gone out.
The
You need
battery.
to fill it back up.
I've
Yeah.
heard a cool thing like that, and it says this guy's like, I got high highs, low lows. Like, what does that mean? Like, why can't I just be flat? You know, just feel like this. And then he was like, oh, when you're hooked up to what's those heart monitors?
ECG.
Yeah, ECG. You know, your heart's going up, down, and he's like, what happens when you flatline?
You're dead.
You're dead. So if you want to think, you're just living.
You're living
I'm
life.
living.
You got highs, you
You're
got
living.
lows.
No, I definitely
Living your
thrive
life,
off
Daxy.
people's energy.
Yeah,
and I,
we love that
That's
too.
why we were so giggly at the
I know.
start.
You're just making
yeah, people say that. They're like, you just give off this
Yeah. Bit of a
aroma.
bubbly
Oh,
aroma.
easy up.
That's a smell. Or
Aroma?
Aroma's a smell.
This aroma, it's Lynx Africa.
It's Christmas time. I need a new pack for Christmas.
Oh, jeez.
The last little bit I wanted to quickly touch on. You guys are going to Nepal with Jade, Ellie, and Nat to go over there and help in the school.
Yeah,
And do you want
volunteer
to just
in
give a
schools.
quick little rundown on that, because you guys are also raising money, so it's a nice platform
Yes.
to.
Yeah, so we. Oh God. See me? God, I'm getting all worked up.
You're good.
Yeah, so we're heading over to Nepal in January to volunteer at the World Youth International School over there in Pokhara. So Ellie and I are working in schools, and then Jade and Nat are working in hospitals. So we're trying to raise $20,000, or $5,000 between us. But yeah, we're basically just going over there and working in schools and bringing over supplies like footies and schooling equipment and stuff like that to actually obviously help. And then that's it. We're going.
And the
over-
money's going to the school to help.
Yeah, money's going
their
to
resources and
the
that type
school
of thing.
and hospital resources as well.
Where can people go to donate?
Online.
Yeah, you don't
on
know
the
where?
Lions page.
On the Lions
or
page?
on our socials.
We'll link it in, maybe.
Link it into the thing. We're not very good at advertising. I've been so footy focused, and everyone's like, "How's your trip to Nepal going?" I'm like, "Oh,
We're going to get some donations going, so we can
when footy
help.
season's over, we'll definitely hone in on that. But at the moment, I've just been so like
in
footy
the zone.
That's fine.
That's good. That's
Footy
what
We
we
like
want
when
you
you're in
to.
the zone.
Keep her in the zone. Well, you got to get in the zone again now, because there's a game about to
Got a
happen.
game.
Oh, fantastic!
All right.
I was hoping there'd be something.
And
you
there's
guess the game?
there's a slight twist. Is Key coming in?
She's getting her iced chocolate.
oh,
My-
is that Daks?
My nice chocolate.
Kiara's.
Oh, she's a nice
She
chocolate
drinks
girl.
it too. Well, should we get our recommendations done? Dax, you got a recommendation?
Yeah, there's a really nice Italian restaurant in West End there near the Montague Hotel. I will get its name.
Refer to the links.
We'll comment the name of it.
As well as her Nepal trip.
Oh God.
I live under a rock. I don't do much else. The NFL, get on board. I love the Kansas City Chiefs.
Go the Chiefs.
That's
I
about
don't
it.
follow anyone. My recommendation is a little Vietnamese place in Balimba. It's called Banh Mi, and the banh mi there is the best banh mi I've ever
Really?
had. It's
Why?
So
What
good.
sets it apart from the others?
So it's crispy like pork, but it's got like the crispy pork in there. It's not like too fatty. It doesn't have too much sauce on there. Like
Yep.
I don't know what their sauce is different to other ones. It's sort of like fresh, perfectly
I'm
crispy,
feeling hungry.
crispy bun.
I was about to say I could do a
It was
vermicelli
so
salad.
good.
Should we go get one after?
That
So
is a
good.
good call.
That's mine.
My recommendation.
What's yours?
Me, Nat, and Zilks in the house, we're doing this new thing where we got 5 non-negotiables for a day. So it's like cold shower, don't have a coffee, 90 minutes before, read, stretch, and then we check in with each other if we've done it. And we've even got this one, no phones when you go to bed, because you know how you just sit in bed, you get stuck on it. So we've been trying not to do that, and even like sometimes I'll sit on the floor and just be on my phone. Like that's how much I realize that I do it. So
Yeah.
having 5 non-negotiables for a day is
Love that.
just a good keep you on track.
Being
what
accountable.
you want to do could be anything. You know what I mean, Dax?
Yeah,
You don't
definitely.
like it?
No, that's
you didn't
good.
like it, no.
I
Each to their own, be your
mine's
own
like,
person.
A restaurant I don't even know the name of. Bella's just like, 5 non-negotiables.
Kiki in the house.
Kiki in the house, back with Keeping Up With The Kubs with a twist today. So today
She smells so good.
she's got
every
good
day, I'm
aromas.
not kidding.
Well, I can smell Belle's sweaty pits.
She can't get past the aroma. Okay, there's a slight twist because today we had a power outage with Optus. So technology is just not where it was. Throw us back a little bit. So I thought we're going to do a twist. We're going to do a throwback session.
This
So
is
we're
why
testing
you.
you.
Vodafone. This is why you stay with Vodafone.
Yeah, this is why you're not with Optus.
I get
All right.
this.
I'm
So-
with Optus.
Is it? Are we against each other?
Am I in
So,
this?
yeah, you're all
Yeah.
in it.
Oh my God.
So
Oh.
Dax, you're on the older side, so you're gonna have to hopefully hold up my side.
At the ripe
you.
old age of 25.
Yeah, look. Well, you were born in the 90s, so
I was, yeah.
what year?
98.
Okay, you're just in there. And what are you guys?
2001.
Oh.
2000 and? That's a compound sentence.
Get to it, Kath.
All right, first one. What is a floppy disk?
A CD. A DVD.
It's a CD player. It's like a little.
When you-
It's a circle oval thing, and it pops open. You put a CD in it.
When you download music onto a CD and then you
Isn't
pop it in
just
a
DVD that,
CD.
Like, you put in.
No.
What? What is it?
So-
Is it USB?
Yeah, it's before a CD. It's
Okay.
a
Cassette
square.
player.
It's like that you put into the computer, and it's think of it like a USB, but it's like a square.
Oh, do you have them in cameras?
No, the computer.
Oh.
full-
So it's where you
Floppy
save your
disk.
files, and it's like a physical square.
God,
Disc.
I feel like Kathy's coming back at Kiara for all the past.
Here we go.
And I
episodes.
literally looked up
This
Can we have
related
buzzers,
questions
please?
to
Can
ask
we
Gen
have
Z. This
buzzers?
is
Oh, yeah,
the
what's
first thing.
Oh,
That's a floppy disk.
Oh.
Wow.
That's
Even
what
I've
you
never
save
seen
your
that.
things
It
on.
looks like the Word document when you first saved.
The Word document.
Yeah, well, that's probably where it came from.
Okay, but can we have buzzers?
Well, go on.
No,
No.
don't hit the table.
No.
King.
King.
Oh, okay.
Ding. Bell.
All right, next one. What is a Tamagotchi?
Ting.
Bell.
It's a little game. It's a little gidgy thing.
A what?
And what does it do?
It's a live thing and you look after it. Tamagotchi watch and you feed it and stuff.
Yeah, like a little
Yes!
pet.
I definitely got in before her though.
No, you didn't. Wait.
Corny looked at me first.
It's like a little soaking thing. It's like a pet, but
a
it's
pet?
You can. I had a dog.
Digital.
I had a dog and it was a green one. Green Tamagotchi.
There's a couple here, and you can all have a little bit of a go. But so current trends right now that were trends in the 90s.
Ding. Planking.
Jorts? Jorts?
That one.
What's planking?
Like physical planking.
You know how planking
That
is
is
a thing?
not a
Nah,
thing.
that wasn't 90s. That was definitely
Okay.
the
Ding, ding.
2010 to 20s.
Haircuts.
Like small handbags.
What are you?
Yeah, actually.
Okay, who's deciding this?
Ding,
No,
ooh,
I've
ooh,
got a
ding,
few
ding,
here.
ding.
I've got one.
Low rise jeans, shotgun. Low rise jeans.
Yes.
I've
I've
got
never
one,
seen a
I've
girl
got
wear
one.
Okay,
low rise.
Kate.
New Balance chunky shoes.
Yep.
I suck at this.
Come on.
Jorts. Is that not one? Do you not want jorts back in the day?
Oh, ding. Guys that have like frost tip hair.
Yes.
The flared jeans at the bottom. The
Yes.
That's 80s. That's 80s.
Hey, that's
No,
still a
that's
throwback.
definitely 90s as well. Yeah. Yeah.
The flares.
It's okay. Spread it out.
Anything else?
The midriffs.
I don't know.
Anything?
Can you give us a hint?
You wear them on your head?
Beanies. Bing.
Headbands.
No.
Like, you know those black ones everyone's been wearing? Like that.
Well, yeah, but there's no one.
Fascinator.
So the races, maybe Melbourne Cup.
The little
Yesterday.
sunnies.
Yeah.
Because you said, you know all those little sunnies that are
Yeah,
in
the
now?
little sunnies or like the
Kathy's like, I used to wear these in year 6.
As in the little circle ones.
No, you know how
No,
like,
like
No,
the
ones
more
with cotton on, like
rectangular
the
sort of
one
ones.
Lil and everyone wears.
The sesh goggles.
Like a sesh
sesh
goggle.
goggles, yeah.
Oh, we can say that.
Yeah. The sesh goggles. Yeah.
The sesh goggles.
What is it? I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's it.
Oh, is
yeah.
that what it was?
Yeah. Oh, and the clip, like you know, the little claw hair
Oh,
clips.
Is that back in the day?
Yeah.
That was new.
No, that was when I was
Kiara's
like
just
5 years
turned
old.
19.
Kathy's spewing, she threw it all away.
All right, name the Rugrats.
What is it?
I never
band?
watched the Rugrats.
Oh,
Is it a band?
I know the. I know
what is the Rugrats?
What is the Rugrats?
Seeing it's a cartoon.
They're
Yeah.
characters, and there's a redhead,
With
and then
curly
there's a
hair.
girl.
his name is one of the name
They
of
go,
our
"Giggity,
teammates.
giggity, 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 giggity." Then they go like that. Giggity, giggity. No,
No, that's Quagmire. Nah, I don't know. Sorry, Kath.
Oh,
Hobby.
Chucky,
Chucky. Oh.
Angelica, Tommy, and Susie.
Angelica.
Angelica.
Yes.
All right, next one. Who is Healthy Harold?
Oh my god, I know
giraffe.
this.
The giraffe.
There's like
And
a
what
little
does he
band.
do?
He's the dentist.
No, is he like a health?
Yeah, it is like a
a health
dental
thing?
thing. Yeah, dental health.
I had him in
He comes
school.
around to school. You can
I
sort of
went
go
to
into
one
the
in grade
caravan.
6.
It's a bit weird.
It's very creepy.
It's a giraffe.
You sit, you walk into this caravan,
It's
and
like
it's just
dark.
sitting there, this like stuffed teddy, and then they have it as a puppet thing, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, go
Yeah.
Gerald, and we'd all walk
What
down
are you
like
doing?
grade 2, and you'd walk into this big van, and they're like, "Come see
And
Gerald."
the teachers don't go in, so you just buy them by yourself.
I've got a song here to listen to. It's the start of it. It's a TV show.
Okay. Kathy's coming back with revenge.
This is
She is.
Every day when
Walking down the street.
I know this one.
Everybody that you meet.
That's the cartoon.
Ding! Arthur!
I was too busy singing.
And I said,
Hey, what a wonderful kind of day. Hey, when we can learn to work and play. You don't even know the
get
words.
along
with each other. Yes, I do.
Ow.
All right, 2 more. All right, what is this hotline?
1300655506.
What? Oh my god, it's Learn to Read and Write?
Yes.
I know this one.
Do
you not know that?
Don't tell me you've never heard that.
Never heard that.
Oh my god.
And
It's always on the TV.
It
like,
is.
Learn
It's
to
still
read
now.
and write as
Yeah.
a child or something.
1300655506.
Last
Write that
one.
down.
Cody's bobbing her head.
Last one. Tell me your MSN name. Do you know what MSN is?
Yeah. I used to get home from
Or like your first email.
I used to get
Think
home
about
from
that.
school and log on to MSN and send a little P face
It's
to
like
my
a
crush.
chat.
Is that Kick?
It's like a chat, like messenger.
Yeah,
Mine was
Kick.
Dakota_Elmo_soccer_rugby@hotmail.com.
Oh my gosh.
Ivy goes, what are your favourite things to do? I'm like, this. And he goes, all right, we'll make that your email address. It was so long.
Yeah.
I had to log in every
What
time.
was your
Dakota.
first email address?
Mum made my email when I was like 4 years old,
okay.
and she just made it Kiara Hillier.
Okay.
At
What
hotmail.com.
What 4-year-old
Because-
gets emails?
No, she said she wanted
getting
anyone
cotton
to
on
take
kids.
email.
Yeah, fair.
Get the
And she
discount.
used to send like all these photos from my laptop to my email,
That
so when
is
I was
sweet.
older, like I can see them now.
Belle.
From like I never had access.
That's a young mum
You
thing.
know mine, 'cause I've still got this. I have
Yeah.
one email, BELLEROX@gmail.com.
Bell
Bro, and you know, like
at Gmail. So you're old enough
I've
to
still
know.
got a Hotmail.
I know.
It's not even a
Mine was
Hotmail. It's not even the
Hotmail.
old school one.
Mine was Hotmail.
You know, like platypus now when you buy shoes, and like, oh, we'll just send you a receipt as an email. I'm like, okay.
Send it to the Lions.
you make another one. You make a receipt one.
It's me.
You
It's
make
you.
a receipt one.
Oh.
It's when I'm trying to be professional.
No,
and
thank
they
God we
get
don't
the
have
email.
Lutzi on here then.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Hey, what was your email?
C_A_T_H_Y_25 at hotmail.com.
Why 25?
It's my birthday number.
Oh,
I'm like, oh, that's your
And
pay
my
number.
footy
She
number
already-
too.
that's great.
She already knew she was going to get drafted, boys.
Yeah, manifesting. Anyway, not bad.
That was good.
Some,
That was
right.
Yeah,
I did
some good ones in
I
there.
feel like I could have done better. I feel like I had the edge, you know. I've got a
Yeah.
few years on these
You
guys.
do.
Yeah.
Kiara surprised me.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys.
A few good ones in there,
A few
Keith.
good ones
you so
in.
much.
We love that.
I'm
Well,
amazed.
what a great.
Did you get revenge?
Ooh,
I
yeah,
could
that
feel
was
some repressed
Yeah, I was like
energy.
enjoying that. Yeah, I was really enjoying it. So no, I love that. But thanks, Kay. Thanks,
That's
Daks, for chatting.
Thanks, guys.
Great. Where are we heading this week, Key?
Where are we
Close us
going?
out.
South Australia. Crows.
Adelaide.
We're gonna win.
What time?
2:05. Local time.
All right, 2:35 and
3:05
Brisbane
down
time.
there.
Yep. And we're pumped.
I didn't
Finals.
even know what time it was either.
We're about to lose the plot again. I don't know why this happens every time.
Our 2024 memberships are on sale. Also, if there's Brisbane fans, get down to Norwood Oval. We would love to have you guys there as well. And thanks again for tuning into Between the Lines. Don't forget to subscribe and like. And we'll see you again next week.
See you again. Hope you enjoyed the episode.
Bye.
Bye.